We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. Finding room at midfield. Still going. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. For the returner, Trey Tucker going to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Good job. His tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities. Continue to find him here in the early going. I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here we go. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. The Raiders had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season. It could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now. Pretty
solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Garoppolo out to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. On play action, Allen. That pass is caught by Hardy. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Tyler Matakevich from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
11.
He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, it's Mayer. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. It gets it right back to Mayer. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down. We get a peek here at this past draft class for them. And, you know, the front office certainly prioritized certain traits that they were looking to take advantage of in this draft, Charles. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent here in this crew.
And, Brandon, one of the things I know about the best drafters in the business, they have a plan. And they find a way to stick to it on draft day despite the chaos. They want to land some of the biggest names on their board. And in the end, this group, they came together, found people that really fit their team's identity, and selected them.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Now the Bills off. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can reception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not
exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
One, Omaha.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Mayer there to bring it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. And
it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now the new pickup from New England. This is Damian Harris. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Allen now on first down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to move back in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Garoppolo to try again on second down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any incompletions on first and second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On play action, now Garoppolo rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. It's hauled in by Hardy. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On play action, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
21. Hey, gun.
In motion goes the tight end. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that's complete to Adams. Into space at the 45. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs, and he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
11. 21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Milano from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Kincaid was drafted as a tight end. Many thought he was the best in his class. But plays like that remind you his position should really just read pass catcher. He's someone who gets it done lined up off the tackle or out wide.
Allen with a throw caught by Diggs. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25. A gain of 8. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Harris will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
65.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. The slant connects with Davante Adams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll buy some time right. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Buffalo. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there.
Here we go.
I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your back. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It's caught here by Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Mayer there to bring it in. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this down to the 26. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Same target, it's Jacobs again. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
White. 1, Omaha. I got that.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
This is Hines. And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he's got some space here. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go.
21.
It's 4th down.
13. Hey, gun. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, alert!
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.